Beneath the sands of Luxor, archaeologists discovered something that should never have existed. Over 1,000 ornate stone blocks from a pharaoh's destroyed temple. But here's the twist. This pharaoh was a woman whose name was deliberately erased from history. Today we're uncovering the incredible story of Egypt's most powerful female ruler who dared to wear the pharaoh's crown. Her name was Hatshepsut, and she's now considered one of Egypt's greatest pharaohs. But for centuries, history almost forgot her entirely. She ruled during the 18th dynasty from 1479 to 1458 BCE, remembered for her ambitious building projects, successful military campaigns, and flourishing trade expeditions. What makes her truly extraordinary? She was one of only 4 women in Egyptian history to claim the title of pharaoh. The next woman wouldn't rule for another, for 500 years, and we know her as Cleopatra. Hatshepsut's path to the throne reads like a political thriller. In ancient Egypt, like most royal dynasties, men typically held the crown. So when Pharaoh Thutmose had a daughter as his first child, it created a massive problem for the line of succession. When Thutmose therefore died, the crown passed to Thutmose III, who ruled briefly before leaving the throne to his young son, Thutmose III. Here's where it gets interesting. Hatshepsut was the stepmother to this child pharaoh. Initially, she served as his advisor since he was too young to rule alone. But then, after 7 years, she made an unprecedented move. She decided to seize power for herself and declared herself Pharaoh of Egypt. This wasn't just a simple power grab. Hatshepsut understood that if she wanted to rule, she needed to present herself as a legitimate king. In a bold move, she adopted all the traditional royal regalia, including the false beard traditionally worn by male pharaohs. In statues and hieroglyphs, she's often depicted as a man wearing the pharaoh's kilt and crown. But this wasn't about hiding her identity. Experts believe she never tried to conceal who she truly was. Inscriptions on her statues often included feminine titles, like Daughter of Ra, or grammatical structures that combined both male and female terms for majesty. She was acknowledging her true gender while still claiming the traditional symbols of kingship. To legitimize her rule further, Hatshepsut crafted an elaborate origin story. She claimed that the god Amun had visited her mother in the guise of her father, Thutmose I, making her the divine daughter of Amun himself. Since pharaohs were seen as gods on earth through their alliance with Amun, this was no small claim. It solidified her right to the throne. She also took a new name, Maat-Kare, roughly meaning truth is the soul of Ra. The word Mat was central to Egyptian beliefs, representing order, justice, and divine balance. By giving herself this name, Hatshepsut was probably reinforcing that she was a legitimate and just ruler. Her reign was truly remarkable. She ushered Egypt into a period of peace and prosperity, launching massive construction projects throughout the kingdom and restoring temples. Her most famous achievement was building her temple at Deir el-Bahari, a stunning architectural masterpiece carved into the cliffs of Luxor. Beyond building, Hatshepsut expanded Egypt's influence through trade. She sent an expedition to the mysterious land of Punt, known today as Somalia or Eritrea, returning with riches like gold, ivory, and exotic animals. Her fleet sailing the Red Sea became the first recorded trade mission of its kind, establishing economic ties that would benefit Egypt for generations. But here's where the story takes a dark turn. After Hatshepsut's death, something strange happened. Her successor, her stepson Thutmose III, who had remained in her shadow, took drastic action. He ordered her name to be erased from history. Her statues were destroyed, her inscriptions were scraped away, and her achievements were attributed to other rulers. It was as if she had never existed. Why did this happen? Some believe Thutmose III wanted to reclaim his rightful place as pharaoh. Others suggest that later rulers were uncomfortable with the idea of a female pharaoh and sought to restore traditional male dominance. Yet history had other plans. Hatshepsut's legacy began to be rediscovered in the 19th century, and her reign could only be properly recognized through careful archaeological research. Today, she's remembered as one of Egypt's greatest pharaohs. Her once-erased reign has been reconstructed through continuous archaeological discoveries, proving that her power and influence could never truly be forgotten. Sometimes the most powerful rulers are those history tried to erase.